I swear it only looks ambitious. I don't think I'll actually get to all of these, but it looks like a pretty decent pile for an October TBR. Welcome back to another video. Today is my October TBR. I'm going to be talking about all the books I'm going to attempt to read in October. My September TBR pretty much got abolished because the Amulet Volume 8 came out and I wanted to read it, but it was like 2 years between the 7th book and the 8th book, so I just reread the whole series. And now I'm hoping I don't have to wait another 2 years for the book 9, because that's going to be the conclusion. So with that reread, there's a bunch of books that I didn't get to in September. So I'm going to quickly go over some books that were kind of pushed aside from September and kind of trickled into the October TBR, and then talk about some books that I want to read and get to for October. October is normally where people pull out the spooky, creepy, atmospheric books. I don't do Halloween. Halloween does not exist for me. I hate creepy things. I am a Christmas person. I am a Thanksgiving person. I am a pumpkin spice latte person. Don't talk to me about the creepy. I don't mind some creepy and atmospheric, but that's not what I tend to lean towards. For me, the fall is more like historical fiction and just fantasy-based novels. First one is a continuation from September. I'm already halfway through this one through audiobook, and that is My Lady Jane by the Lady Janies. I'm enjoying this. This is so funny. It's hilarious. I'm going to give a heads up for some sexual content though. There is a bit of it, but it's very satirical and still YA humor-ish. It's not very gross or crude. It's very satirical though, and it's just really funny how the characters are interacting, and history is pretty much being thrown out the window, but I really enjoy this so far. It's laugh out loud hysterical. I'm not going to go through these, but I still have some review books I need to get to. I'm going to give Story Peddler a go now that I'm kind of out of a reading slump. I left my bookmark in there so I wouldn't have to start all over again, so I'm just going to finish off Story Peddler and then maybe get to one of the 2 other review books I had. I, of course, didn't get to my Order of the Phoenix reread. I'm going to push that into October, which, if you're a Halloween person, this is a good book for that, I suppose. I find it's just a good atmospheric book for the fall, so I'm going to be getting into the Order of the Phoenix and hopefully finishing this one. This is the biggest and most daunting of the series, so I just want to get through this so I can finish the last 2. We're then on to my last Jane Austen of her principal works, and that is the big one, Pride and Prejudice. So I have an audiobook for this one on Audible. I'm going to be giving this one a go and finishing that off. I'm also planning on doing a Jane Austen chat and kind of an overall view of what I think of her principal works. I know there's Love and Friendship, which I don't own and I don't know if I'm going to read, and also just some of her other like letters and poetry. I think poetry. Letters for sure, and Love and Friendship, but out of her principal works, I think I'm going to plan a chat for you guys, so I'm going to get through Pride and Prejudice. Scribe finally put on the audiobook for The Beauty of Darkness, which makes me so excited because this book is huge, and I finally get to finish this series. I kept putting this off because this book is massive, and now that I've caught up on my Goodreads goal, it's not as daunting, but when you're like 4 books behind on your Goodreads goal, then you get a little like, I'd like to get some reading in. But they have the audiobook out for this, so I'm really excited to get to this and finally conclude this trilogy. One more book that I want to get to is My Plain Jane by the Lady Janies. This is that satirical kind of comedy retelling of Jane Eyre, which I haven't read. But I'm interested in this as well. Scribed has the audiobook, and if the audiobook is anything like the My Lady Jane book, then I'm going to enjoy this. It is just the funny comedy, the banter, the way this audiobook narrator is telling it, it's just laugh out loud hysterical. So I'm looking forward to My Plain Jane. I think they also have a My Calamity Jane releasing, and I loved the Calamity Jane movie with Doris Day. So I'm looking forward to that one too. So I'm going to be reading both the Lady Janies books for October. I also think Jane Eyre might be that atmospheric October book. See, I'm kind of getting into the spirit of things, guys. So those are what I'm going to attempt to read for the month of October. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are reading for October. Also let me know if you guys are into the Halloween spirit or into like October being more of the nights get darker atmospheric type, and what you kind of turn to for that colder transition into the colder season. As I'm filming this, there's actually 10 centimeters of snow outside. I kid you not. And we haven't even finished fall yet. It's like the first day of fall and we got 10 centimeters of snow. So welcome to Canadian prairies. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.